Hi there, Zipp here. So to put you guys up to date with what is going on with this whole Raven and Verhulst drama, a few days ago Verhulst was in a Snipe Down podcast after hours and he got asked which coach is better, the one that they have now, Talmage or Raven. And well, that's when Verhulst said that Raven kind of fell off in the end. He didn't have the passion, he said, and as you might guessed it, Raven didn't like that and responded to Verhulst. He said about Verhulst that he didn't want to play the game anymore. He didn't have the passion and actually wanted to quit the game. Yeah, I didn't expect that too. But yeah, in this video Hal reacts to Raven, what he said, and he's gonna tell his thoughts on Verhulst as well. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys watch the video and I'll see you in the next one. See you.
No, I know what Evan said. I want to know what Raven said. He was saying that he wanted to quit the game and had no passion.
No way nobody got the Raven clip, bro. What are we doing here, Hal's chat? Somebody be
No, he
useful.
doesn't have clips enabled or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, this guy.
We just simply need a screenshot.
There's a YouTube video of it.
Oh, someone's got the link, surely.
We have a link.
Give it to me.
We have a link.
Post it.
Like, that's just a clear
Shut up!
value diff as well, because the numbers are in favor of Hal's chat, but...
You see what Evan said about you and follow out some Snipes podcast? Yeah, I did. I'm actually going to talk about that. Yeah, so Evan said that I was like a god coach at the beginning when I joined the team, and then I started getting mad and fell off. The part that he failed to mention is that, okay, first of all, I thought that was like incredibly disrespectful because no one has talked bad about him, and we all we're just going to live with the fact that, you know, we pulled off a historic year 3 and not bring up anything. Like, we were just going to live with it. So that was like incredibly immature and disrespectful. I hadn't said anything about him.
That's fair.
But the thing that he failed to mention is that after champs, he apparently hated the game, wanted to quit, and then during Pro League Split 1, wasn't playing the game.
Here,
and we had to have a conversation to get him to play the game. And then on top of that, multiple times after champs, I brought up the conversation with the team that we lacked like intensity and energy in scrims.
Yeah, because
I didn't feel like we wanted it at all. Like, I brought this up multiple times.
He's right.
Post champs.
He's right.
Like 3 different times. Because I can feel it. I can feel when we don't want to be there, we don't care. I felt it. So I brought it up, right? And every time, I would just get reassurance that, hey, you're right. Like, we need to lock it in. Like, yeah, we agree. Like, we don't, you know. And so, but then the same thing would happen after a while. Like, after maybe a week or a few days, it would be better. We'd lock it in. And then after that, the same thing would happen where there was no intensity, there was no energy, and so you can imagine that when I feel like my players feel like some players don't have passion or energy or motivation, and I bring it up, and then I'm reassured that it's going to change, and that they're going to take initiative and have passion, and then it doesn't change, and that happens multiple times, you can understand why someone would get frustrated. So I had to deal with some players just not being honest about how they actually felt about their drive. And if he wants to call that me falling off, sure, whatever. I'll take it. Maybe I could have dealt with it better. But if anyone fell off, the man wasn't playing the game. There is no reason at the highest level the standards should be even to have conversations about even just playing the game, booting up the game. Like, do you think anyone on Dark Zero has to be told to play the game? No. No one on Dark Zero ever has to be told play the game, to boot up the game outside of scrims. So why is that a conversation that I had to we had to bring up? And you can tell the actions didn't line up with the words. The actions, because you could just look at streaming patterns. If you know, streaming and playing was down, just look at the objective fact. The passion was clearly not there, and my intuition, my gut was right, and I brought it up, and I kept being reassured that I was going to change, and then it kept not changing. So yeah, after a while, you get frustrated, you get mad. What am I supposed to do? I keep getting reassured that it's going to change, and then it doesn't. Like, it's crazy. What am I supposed to do if players don't take initiative and don't show any passion and don't show any energy? What am I supposed to do as a coach? I'm not a head coach, so I can't threaten them with their position on the team. I can't be like, hey, if you don't pick it up, if you don't pick up the slack, you're off the team or you're benched. I can't do that because I don't have to control the roster. So what am I supposed to do? After a while, I tried. I tried. But after a while, there's nothing I can do. And so I just kind of like got a little complacent because my energy wasn't being reciprocated. Like, there's no reason he can't get back to the top, but I just felt like it was pretty disrespectful and unfair for him to bring that up and not be self-aware as to the fact that he wasn't playing the game sometimes at some points, and we had to have conversations about that. And he was not being totally honest about me. Like, I found out that he didn't want to, that he fucking hated Apex and was even considering quitting, like, literally the day of finals last LAN. Like, I wasn't even told that by him. Like, no one even told me. I fucking overheard it. And so
He didn't overhear it. I told him that. I'm pretty sure I told him that.
a player isn't telling me how they feel the entire time for 8 months and reassuring me. What am I supposed to do?
Are we playing games, man?
Did Evan ever say he fell off and lost
I'm
passion?
still in the game. Did Evan,
I'm here.
Dude, love you, dude.
did Evan ever say that? Did he?
All I heard was Evan saying he got like started getting more angry towards the end, like wasn't as good. He did say fell off. Okay. Is Evan fucking lying? Or did Raven fall off? Philip?
Who the fuck was it, Hal?
Who was it? Which one? Blame one right now.
How on earth has this guy snuck in here? Oh my god.
Which code is it? Which code is it?
I'm just here to hang out with my friends, dude. Like, what's wrong with you, Nick? I'm here to hang out with my
Pick a
roommate.
side. Pick a side today.
Ooh, trying to say, dude. It's like, I'm not making any moves
You're
like
ruining
that.
the drama.
probably,
Shut up,
but-
Nick. We're asking
Shut up,
questions.
Nick. Yeah, that's my bad. My fault, dude.
And you're still talking. Pick a
Pick a
side,
side,
Hal.
Hal.
Pick a side.
Listen,
My CEO would never. My CEO Zero would never fold under that pressure.
I would blame Nick all
listen,
fucking day.
I'm just gonna reciprocate exactly what Raven said too. Okay.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Oh
Picking
my
Raven's
God.
side.
Like-
That's gonna go on just Apex things and Zipp immediately. Thank you.
Well, it's not even. It's like literally just reality. We were the like to put it as transparent as possible.
Wait, pause. Let me turn my
Uh,
stream on real quick. Guys, find out all the drama at twitch.tv/size.
Okay, listen. I love Evan. I think he is one of the best controller players in the game. But he had a lot of things where he wanted to quit the game ever since like last champs last year. And this was a thing for some reason, and I didn't know about it until this recent Pro League, right? He just had things like he just didn't want to play. He was debating quitting the game for like a couple months, and yeah. But it showed a lot in Pro League. Basically, what Raven said is he's not lying. He's not lying at all.
Like,
Did he
he's
say
like
anything
one
else?
of the best in the world. But I just felt like it was a little dishonest and like unfair to say that and not like be self-aware. If like, what am I supposed to do as a coach if players?
Does he
like,
say
if
anything
a
else
player-
except
players
say,
in
like
first,
repeating
second,
himself like
first?
20 times? Basically, there's not much to say other than that Raven is telling the truth. Obviously, it wasn't entirely on Evan, but he's not lying about anything. So it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Have you ever talked to Evan and Jordan for lacking passion? Bro, I've tried to tell Jordan for 5 years to play the game. That's just who he is. Just who he is. You can't change that. And Evan, we talked to Evan. We've talked to Evan like mid Pro League about his passion, and like he understood it. But I don't know, like it got a little bit better, but it was, I feel like it's kind of the same. Like his performance obviously didn't really change. But there was a lot of times like he wouldn't just play he would just play scrims and get off. Like he would never play after the game, like outside like of scrims. But I don't know. Like we had a team talk mid Pro League in regards to like Evan playing, because Evan kind of just like derailed completely when it was in the middle of Pro League. He's like stopped going to the gym and shit like that. He kind of just like lost a routine completely. Stopped like play the game way less and shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. We tried to talk. It was basically like we tried to talk to him just like Jordan, and it was, I don't know, it didn't really change much. But you can't force anybody to like do something, right? Just, you know, like kind of like look at Jordan. Like he's put in the same amount of work. He doesn't play as much as I do, not even close. And that's just who he is, right? And we can't like do anything about that. So how does it make you feel now that Evan has started to play more? To be honest, it kind of pisses me off. But like I said, at the end of the day, I still love them, and I wish they still do well. But it does piss me off, because I wish that was, you know, what it should have been before LAN. But it is, like I said, what it is. When you make the final calls, you take responsibility. Now they didn't make final calls, they're being more responsible. Well, it doesn't matter what position you are in the team. I've never asked my teammates to do something that I don't do. And like the fact that they weren't playing the game as much before LAN, even though they knew how important it was, but then starting to like grind after I left rubs me the wrong way in a bit. But like I said, it is what it is, and I didn't, honestly, what else did I expect? I expected that to happen anyways, because I don't know, you know, who else wouldn't, like after you lose a teammate, like grind more? I don't know, but I don't know. I just wish that, like, I wish that happened before LAN, so we didn't have any excuses, right? Because who knows what would have happened if we put in the work and had no excuses to go into it, right? But that wasn't reality, which kind of like what bothered me. So yeah. No, I didn't want to do TDMs. No, I didn't want to do TDMs because I feel like they weren't like useful, really. They just weren't. But like, it's not, if they wanted to play TDMs, they could have played TDMs without me. They could have played ranked without me. They don't need me to play TDMs, right? It wasn't like, you know, they could have done it themselves. Like, I don't know, playing on Falcons and us playing TDMs, it's kind of just like, it doesn't feel like it does anything for us, really. Like, we're kind of just doing it because they don't like ranked. Like, Zero never plays ranked, really. So yeah, I don't know. I still don't see TDMs as like a useful thing. I'm just kind of doing it for my teammates because they wanted to do it. Maybe I should have done that with TSM. I should have probably played TDMs with them, but I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. It's in the past, and yeah.